Okay, this is Jeff with the YouTube channel DSH Abuse. Today's date is September 24th, 2023. I have Al on the phone. Al, can you identify yourself by stating your name and your hospital ID number? We're at Coalinga State Hospital.
Yes, my name is Alfredo Mendez, patient ID number 2074-3, and I am a Marine Corps veteran.
Okay. I just want to direct your attention to 2019 and 2020 when the Veterans Group held a food sale. I understand that you ordered approximately $159 worth of food. Would that be correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, this food you ordered, it was for your personal consumption?
Yes, it was for my personal consumption, exclusively.
Okay. Now, do you recall filling out a separate sheet in order to withdraw funds from your account? And that would be CSH Form 40-031, called a patient donation sheet.
I do know. Oh gosh, I don't remember signing that one, but I did sign a roll call sheet.
You don't remember signing a separate sheet where the and because you did $160, you would have had to sign it twice because there was a maximum account withdrawal of $100. So,
is that the account withdrawal form are you talking about?
Yeah, where it says there's a statement at the top where it says patient donation sheet, all patient donations are final, and multiple patients sign on the same sheet. Do you recall doing that?
I don't recall doing that one, no. It's been a few years too, so I don't recall exactly that I signed that one.
Okay. So you don't recall signing a document which said all patient donations are final?
No, I don't recall signing that, but I do recall the trust account withdrawal form.
Okay.
To withdraw funds from my account.
Well, okay. Well, just for information, they didn't use a trust withdrawal account. They used this particular form. So if you don't recall, that's fine. When you were doing the ordering process, at any time, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Whatever form was provided for all of us to sign, I signed that one then. Whatever form was provided. I just don't remember exactly the form.
Right, that's fine. So during the process of ordering your food and placing your order and signing whatever forms you signed, do you recall if you were dealing with staff or patients?
Only with patients.
Only with patients. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever recall, can you recall if either patients or staff ever admonished you regarding Administrative Directive 644, item number 5, and I'm going to read it to you, that all donations to the party fund are final and shall not be reversed or refunded for any reason?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay. And at no time that you were never made aware of that?
Correct.
Okay. Now, do you consider the $159 that you paid for food, in your mind, was that a donation or was that a purchase of food?
It's a purchase of food.
Okay. All right. So since the time you placed your order in 2020, it's been approximately 4 years. What have you heard about your money and or your food order?
I've heard from other peers, members of the Veterans Group, that the activity is on hold until the hospitals reopen.
Okay. And are you aware that the hospital reopened approximately about 3 months ago?
Yes, of course, I am aware.
Okay. And you're aware that there has not been an attempt to fulfill your food order?
Yeah, no attempt whatsoever, no notification whatsoever.
Okay. So the last thing I want to ask you is, do you have any feelings about the whole situation and how this has affected you? Any feelings you may have about the hospital administration and that sort of thing? And then what do you want to happen at this point?
I would like for the trust office, who is managing the funds that we requested to be used to purchase those food items, for them to notify everyone who purchased what is going to happen with our money. Whatever disposition that the hospital has determined, I would like to be notified about it. It's hard-earned money, and I am at a loss for the money, not knowing what's going to happen with the money, if the hospital is going to use it for veterans' purposes or for what. Otherwise, return the money or provide us with the food.
So you work hard for the money. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, of course.
So that's money that you earned working in the hospital?
Yes, that is money that I earned working at the hospital. Yes.
And that was 4 years ago. What were you working for as an hourly rate back then?
I don't remember, but it was either 50 cents or $1, something like that.
So was it $1 an hour back then, in 2019, 2020?
I believe so. Well, I'm sure right now. It's been a while, so
okay.
I think I wasn't even working at that time.
Okay.
So I had money saved up in my trust account already.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you upset about this at all, or?
I feel very disappointed that the hospital has not notified the people who pay for the food of the determination of those funds.
Right.
Notify us. Let us know what they're going to intend to do with the money that we, we used to buy the food for veterans activity.
Well, I can let you know that they have advised me that there are no refunds and that there's no immediate plan to purchase the food, and the food's not available at the prices that were quoted 4 years ago. You're aware of inflation, so anyway, let me go ahead and bring this recording to a close. Stay on the line. There's another patient on your unit I'd like to try and interview. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop this. Let me stop this recording. Hold on. Okay, this is Jeff with the YouTube channel DSH Abuse. Again, today's date is September 24th, 2023, at Coalinga State Hospital. I have on the phone with me Bill. Bill, can you please state your name for identification and your hospital ID number?
Bill, hospital ID number 659-3.
Okay, and I want to direct your attention to 2019. 2020, the Veterans Group food sale. You placed an order for, I believe, approximately 150. Yeah, $150. Okay. The first question is, was that purchase for your personal consumption?
Yes.
Okay. And was that a purchase of food item in your mind, or was that a donation to the Veterans Group?
It was a donation to me.
It was a donation to you. No, so I just want to be clear. It was a purchase of food for you. It wasn't a donation to the Veterans Group.
No.
Okay, per se. All right. Now, when you filled out your order, do you recall signing a separate sheet to have money taken out of your trust account, and that it's called the patient donation sheet, and that's CSH form 40-031, which would have a lot of names on it. Do you recall doing that?
Right. Yes.
You do recall that. Did you notice at the top of that sheet where it said all patient donations are final?
Nope.
You do not recall that?
Nope, did not recall it.
Okay. During the ordering process and the process of signing this sheet that I just referred to, were you dealing with patients or were you dealing with a staff member?
Patients.
You were dealing with patients. Okay. Do you recall which patients those were?
The one I was in charge of that was Jessica Jackson.
Jessica Jackson. Okay. Now, at any time, did patients or staff admonish you regarding Administrative 644, specifically page 6, item number 5, which states all patient donations to the party fund are final and shall not be reversed or refunded for any reason?
Nope.
Okay. And what have you heard in the past 4 years about what was going to happen with your purchase?
Nothing.
You haven't heard anything? Have you heard rumors from other patients, or have you asked about it?
You know, have the party since everything was back to being normal.
You heard that they were going to have the party? What did you say?
No, I heard that they were going to maybe, get the food that we're supposed to have because of it being, not having enough food because of COVID, that we were going to get back together and, maybe get the party, back to where it was, for the guys who haven't got their food yet.
But when did you hear that might happen?
Oh, I thought that maybe, because we were supposed to have a meeting on the 29th of September and on getting the election done, and I thought we would do something about that.
Okay. Okay. So, how have you felt? Have you had any feelings about the situation over the past 4 years, not getting your order, you're not getting your money back? Are you there?
It happens,
Huh?
I guess that happens.
Okay. Okay, the last question is, what is your personal preference at this point regarding the situation? I will share with you that Joe Castaneda has written a letter that although the hospital has opened, it's been open about 3 months now, that because of COVID, they're not able to move forward with the food sale, and also the prices that were quoted 4 years ago with inflation, those are not going to be the prices now. So, with that in mind, what is your preference regarding this situation, with the uncertainty of when the food might be provided, or even being able to provide the food at the prices which were paid? What is your preference regarding this situation going forward?
Well, if they can't afford it because of the price inflation, they just refund the money.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Just stay on the line for 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Okay, this is Jeff with the DSH YouTube channel. Today's date, again, is September 24th, 2023, at Coalinga State Hospital. I have on the phone William. William, could you state your name and hospital ID number for identification?
William Rahar, R-A-H-A-R. My hospital ID is 000-290-7.
Okay, and I do need to ask if you consent to this recording and posting on YouTube?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I just want to direct your attention to the Veterans Group food sale in 2019 and 2020. You ordered, I just had it in front of me, $141.50 worth of food. Is correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And that was for your personal use and personal consumption?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And do you recall filling out a separate sheet of paper, which is called a patient donation sheet, CSH form 40-031?
Yes, I do.
You do recall filling that out?
Yes.
Okay, and that would have been to take money out of your trust account?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall seeing at the top of that sheet, all patient donations are final?
No, I didn't really pay attention to the form.
Okay, you did not pay attention to it. Okay. Did anybody, first of all, do you recall if you were dealing with patients or staff during the process of placing your order and signing the what they're calling a donation sheet?
I was dealing with patients.
With patients. Okay. At any time, did anybody admonish you regarding Administrative Directive 644, page 6, item number 5, and I'm going to read it to you, that all patient donations to the party fund are final and shall not be reversed or refunded for any reason?
No.
No. Okay, and you're absolutely positive of that?
Yes.
Okay. When you placed your order for the amount of money that you did, did you consider it an order for food, or did you consider it a donation to the Veterans Group?
I did it for the food.
It was an order for food. So it was not a donation to the Veterans Group, for example, for them to go and buy toys for children at Christmas?
No.
Okay. All right. And have you heard anything over the last 4 years about what they were going to do with your food order, with your order?
No, they have not decided what they're going to do. They have decided if they're going to give us the money or give us the food.
Okay. Are you, what is your preference at this point?
I would like to either have the money back or get the food.
Okay. And emotionally, has this affected you in any kind of emotional way, the situation?
Well, I was a little upset, angry, because other people were able to get their food, and the people that were ordered the food were not being instructed or told what was going to happen if, because we went on the pandemic and it happened during the pandemic, but I was told that other people were getting their food during the pandemic, and it kind of made me upset that I didn't get my food because, these others, I guess they were on the crowd or whatever, but I didn't get nothing, and that kind of made me a little upset that other people got their food and I didn't.
Right. I don't know if it's accurate that they...
On top of that, I gave up a chance to get my food for another person to get their food because they had a parent problem with a patient that was on the verge of dying, and I gave up my spot to give to him so he could get the food so this guy can have something before he died. And I put me in the back burner of getting all my food at one time.
Right.
So,
well, I think what happened is, I think you're slightly mistaken. What happened is, I think they fulfilled a portion of the orders prior to the pandemic, just before the pandemic, and then because there's $12,000 remaining of unfulfilled orders approximately. So, but when I was talking to you earlier, you did point out that they could have fulfilled some of the orders, the remaining orders during the pandemic, and even if they just did it unit by unit. So there's a good point there. I'm not sure of the circumstances you're talking about. William, thank you for your interview. If you could just hold on 1 second, there's another patient on your unit that I'd like to talk to. So I'm going to stop the recording. Just hold on for 1 second, okay? And again, thank you for speaking to me on these issues for YouTube. Hold on a second. Okay, once again, today's date is September 24th, 2023, at Coalinga State Hospital. I have Josh on the phone. Josh, could you just state your first name only and your hospital ID number?
Yeah, my name is Joshua, and my number is 1286-4.
Okay. Josh, short interview here. I need to ask, do you consent to this recording and posting on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to direct your attention to a Veterans Group food sale in 2019 and 2020. I believe, let me just see here, you ordered
$112 for
112. Okay, yeah, you quicker than me. When you ordered your food, was that for your personal consumption?
Yeah, that was all for me.
Okay, so the $112. Now, after you filled out your order, do you recall when you went to the meeting, they had you fill out a separate sheet called a patient donation sheet, and that would be CSH form 40-031, which had a bunch of names on it, and they asked you to sign that to have money taken out of your account?
Yeah, no, I never remember reading that.
But you remember signing it, though?
I signed it, yes.
Okay. And do you recall reading at the top of the page where it said all patient donations are final?
No, sir.
You don't remember reading that?
I don't remember reading that.
Okay. And when you were signing that, the patient didn't tell you that you were making a donation that was final?
No, they never told me that.
Okay. Now, there's Administrative Directive 644, page 6, item number 5. Has any patient or staff member ever read to you, and I'm going to read specifically what it says, that all patient donations to the party fund are final and shall not be reversed or refunded for any reason? Was that ever read to you?
No, I never read that.
No, but it was never read to you by a patient or staff in the Veterans Group meetings?
Definitely not.
Okay. Now, just to clarify, when you placed your order and made your payment of $112, was that for food items for your personal consumption?
Yes.
And it was not a donation to the Veterans Group, for example, for them to go buy toys for kids at Christmas or anything. It was for your food items, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Have you been told anything about what they plan to do with your money or over the last 4 years? Have you heard anything?
No.
Nobody's communicated anything to you?
Not a word.
Okay. Couple last questions. What are your feelings about the whole situation? What feelings have you experienced over the last 4 years about this?
That I got taken advantage of.
And you got taken advantage of. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Any particular preference you have at this point regarding your money and or your food order?
Well, I'd like to have my money back if I can't have my food. That's all I want.
Okay. All right. Okay, Josh. Thank you very much, and we'll do our best to see what we can do to get this back. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Just stay on the line. Okay, this is September 24th, 2023. I have Al back on the phone here. This is Jeff. I forgot to ask him for his consent to record and also to post on YouTube. Al, can you identify yourself again and your hospital ID number?
Yes. This is Alfredo Al Mendez.
No, I don't need your last name, just your ID number.
2074-3.
Okay, and we did a recording a little earlier, and I forgot to ask your consent. Could you give that, please?
Yes, correct. I give my consent.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let me stop the recording. Just 1 second. Okay, this is Jeff with TSHB's YouTube channel. It's September 24th. I have Bill back on the line. I forgot to ask him his consent on the recording. Bill, could you just give me your first name only and your ID number again?
Bill, ID number 659-3.
Okay, I forgot to ask you for your consent for the previous recording and to post on YouTube. Could you give that to me now, please?
Yes, may.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to stop the recording, and you have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.